Hey there, do you know Ritu? She studies math in school. All her math knowledge came from what she learnt in school only. Once she need a password to open a door. For that, she has to solve a math problem, which she didn't even heard before. Fun thing is, few months ago she started to hate math because of her teacher. She has no human support to solve that problem. She was given a calculator, but that calculator can only add, multiply, summation over terms. G of 2 is a number in decimal format. The password is first 5 digit of that decimals. And some clues are given on a blackboard. Can she find G of 2 using this clues and calculator? How's she gonna solve this? Just dive into Ritu's world.
G of x. If I take that as a power for a, then I will get back x. What is a? Here it is. A is a number which is lesser than this and greater than these. A power 1 is a power 2 is a into a. Like this, a power g of x must be a into up to g of x times. Right? Right?
He is 22 by 7. If you add him 7 times, you will get 22. So he lies between 3 and 4. But in decimal digits, 142857 will come again and again. Have some big heart to accept him.
Oh, he is cute. Had some patterns in decimal digits. Also, if I add him 7 times, he will be an integer. How can I reject him? I understood it. First you said E is rational, so I accepted him. Now you are saying he has no pattern in decimals, and also he can't be an integer, even if I added him as many times. And he has a lot of friends too.
This is how our ancestor math legends defined him. There is a reason for them too. Don't question them. Accept them as real numbers. This is math. You don't need to understand all those things.
If I have to accept him without questioning him, I would practice a religion rather than studying math. So math is a religion. I won't study him anymore. Farewell. So g of x is not just about integers. It can be any real number. What kind of shit is a into up to 1 by 2 times? It makes no sense. These mathematicians define powers for every real numbers. At least they gave me some details. Power increases, value also increases. Okay, c power 0 is 1. Interesting. Also, I have counterpart for these. C power negative x is just 1 by c power x. Don't know why they defined like this. Also, negativity increases, value decreases. Hey, these all are only for those c's which is greater than 1. I have no idea about the given number a. Inside thing is greater than 1. Power y also greater than 1. By those power rules, this is greater than 1. So a also greater than 1. Also, for all x greater than 0, x increases, value also increases. Alpha power beta plus gamma is alpha power beta into alpha power gamma. This is quite normal among natural numbers. Maybe mathematicians wanted these properties for real numbers too. In fact, I can now know the value of a power 1 by 2. That is square root of a, and a power negative 1 is 1 by a. What about negative square root? A power 1 by 2 must be greater than 1 by power rules, so a power 1 by 2 can't be negative. By that means a power negative x is 1 by a power x. That is 1 by a positive number, so a power negative x also positive. Hence a power anything is always positive. That's why the domain of G has only positives. If input value has any negatives, then a power G of that negative number gives the same negative number. That's not possible. Oh man, brilliantly defined. I'm gonna love math again. Now I think I know enough details about G. Is it? No, I can't understand this inequalities. How come something positives is lesser than negatives? I can't move further without understanding this. Simplifying this will tell more details. Numerator is larger than denominator on left side, but opposite on right side. Also power is negative. If I change that to positive, then the inside thing will change into their reciprocal. Now I have same powers on both sides. Now numerator is larger than denominator on both sides. I think one of the inside thing must be larger than another. Let's try cross multiplication. Now clearly right side is larger, but does it imply previous one also has same inequality? Why I did cross multiplication? Too many questions rises. If I multiply by 1 by y into y minus 1, then it will become previous one. But what's the guarantee that the inequality won't change? I know the inequality will change if I multiply by some type of numbers, but don't know which type. Anyway, addition/subtraction won't influence the inequality. This time right side is positive. Yes, now I know. Plus into plus is again a plus. So if I multiply by this, then the inequality won't change. Now I get back into the previous one. This time this clearly larger than this, even after raising to the power, because inside thing decides which one is larger by power rules. Enough from this. Now I can believe this. Investigating G more will help me solve the problem. What can be G of 1? That G of 1 must be real number. That if raise it as a power for a, then that will give 1. A power 0 is 1. So G of 1 is rightly 0. Maybe it's better to view 1 as a power 0. Like this, a power 1 is 1, a power 2 is 2, a power n is n. Any real number can be raised as a power for a, so literally a power x must be x. And I can prove that too. The way I see positive real numbers is different from how G sees it, because I see just 1, but G sees it as a power 0. G just pluck that number. Like this, I just see the real number 2, but G will also see that as a power x for some positive x. And my job is to find that x. My gut feeling says x can't be negative. If it's negative, then 0 is greater than that x. It will then a power 0 is greater than a power x. But that can't be true, because a power x is 2. That is greater than 1. All this problem come because I fixed x is negative, so x can't be negative. By the same logic, I can prove G is increasing. Okay, x is positive, and G is increasing. How can I find that x known as G of 2? Hey, there are some drawing down there. Maybe for motivation, or is it have any clue for my problem? Even if it's for motivation, what's the motivation message? A guy tried to go up, but he can't, because it's too high. Then he had some boxes to climb. That's the motivation. You have to go to your destination step by step. My destination is g of 2. What can be my initial place? G of 1 can be my initial place, because I know that value, and I want to go to g of 2 from g of 1, with some intermediates in between. Maybe some g of 1.5 and 1.75. Added another box exceeds my destination, maybe g of 2.25. Later he used some particular size of boxes to reach his almost destination. Hey, still some drawings are there. He used very small boxes of many to reach his almost destination, slightly shorter than his destination. Still he has one more box. With that box, he exceeds slightly higher than his destination. The truth is, with or without that one box, he can climb to his destination, because the inclusion or exclusion of that box doesn't change the height dramatically. The boxes are so tiny. Smaller the boxes, more accurate to my destination. That's the clue. They want me to think about the smaller increment from 1, and go smaller and smaller to reach 2. That's the bloody clue. At first it's just g of 1, then a small increment, let's say epsilon, and again small increment, up to the value get into 2 in domain. So the g get into g of 2 in codomain. Something wrong, something terribly wrong. Why I am adding all these to get g of 2. Another increment added to g of 1, must be g of 1 plus epsilon, so that increment is g of 1 plus epsilon minus g of 1. This is how I should add to get into g of 2. After cancelling out, only g of 2 remains, but important thing is I split my destination with small boxes. But I don't know anything about these terms. Holy shit, how did I miss this?